It is finally September, so you know what that means. Souptember. I love soup. I really could eat it all year long, but now that the weather is cooling down a little bit, it's September, so I am making tons of soups. I'm going to share with you a bunch of my favorites that I have been making. If you're new to my channel, make sure you click subscribe. I love sharing all my recipes with you. So let me show you these soup recipes. So this first one is more of a chili. This is with chicken thighs, and it's going to be a white chicken chili. This is such a huge hit in our family, and so it has chicken thighs. I have two of these small salsa verdes. I usually get a larger one, but my grocery pickup substituted these, and they are just great. So two of these small cans of mild green salsa. I have a can of Great Northern beans, dark kidney beans, and I have this Southwest blend that is frozen. So I'm going to use 2 cups of that. And of course, I washed and drained my beans. I'm using 1 cup of chicken broth, and I'm going to give this a little bit of a mix. Once this is cooked later, I'm going to add some cream cheese, and that is going to make this the white chicken chili part. So I have in my crock pot. You can cook it on high for 4 hours or on low for 8 hours. And this comes out so good. The chicken just shreds to pieces, and it is so tender and so good. Just love all of these flavors together. So I'm just going to shred up this chicken quite a bit just with all the other ingredients in the crock pot. You can remove the chicken if you'd like to shred it and then put it back in if you would like. But it's just easy just to shred it all in the crock pot. I'll put the recipe for this one in the description box if you want to make it. It's super easy and it is honestly so good. So adding in a brick of the cream cheese, and then I'm going to put the lid back on this for half an hour and let that cream cheese melt, and then this will be so good. This is a huge crowd pleaser, so if you need to make this for a group, everyone will absolutely love this. My family loves it when they come over when we have this. So giving it a nice stir now once it has been in the warm crock pot for about half an hour. Just gonna stir until that cream cheese is nice and mixed into the rest of the chili. So it comes out super creamy. You can add some toppings if you'd like to this. I kind of like adding avocado to this one a little bit. It's just really good in the chili. So I am going to be using my Dutch oven for this one, and I love using my Dutch oven for soups. This is going to be a kind of a Southwest soup. So I have my garlic, I have a can of diced tomatoes or Rotel. This is just the Walmart brand, but regular Rotel works. I have a can of tomato sauce that I will pour in as well. I'm going to add in some black beans, and I have there are no salt added black beans. You can use your favorite kind, whichever you prefer. I'm going to add in some lentils, and I love adding lentils into my Southwest type dishes, and just high in fiber, high in protein. I'm using my favorite Southwest blend again. I always keep my freezer stocked with this stuff. It is so easy with the corn, beans. It has onion, red and green bell pepper. So I am going to be adding in some taco meat that I have previously cooked. It is 1 pound of taco meat with the taco seasoning. I have my beef broth. I'm doing 4 cups of beef broth. I'm going to give this a stir. So this is just a really awesome Southwest taco soup. Super healthy. You can use ground beef or ground turkey for the taco meat part. I like to use ground turkey, but you can use your preference. I like to add in some sour cream, and this is just a really great soup. So this is going to be a chicken fajita soup. I just love, as you can tell, Southwest flavors. So I have my Rotel, I have my black beans, I have corn that I will drain all of these, wash the black beans. So we had chicken fajitas for dinner, and this is all of our leftovers. So I diced it all up. So it's the chicken, the peppers, and the onions. So I have my better than bouillon that I'm making for my chicken broth. So I have 8 cups of this chicken broth that I'm adding in. You can do better than bouillon, or you can just buy regular chicken broth. But this is just a really good way to use leftovers as well. If you have some leftover fajita mix like we did, don't let that go to waste and make a soup out of it. It is definitely delicious. So super easy and quick in the Dutch oven, which, like I said, I love using the Dutch oven for soups. So this next one is going to be a chicken tortilla soup. So I am going to poach 2 chicken breasts. So I just boil the water, add in the 2 chicken breasts, put the lid on, and then I'm going to take it down to low and let it simmer in the pot for about 20 minutes. I'm adding in half of a diced onion. I have a tablespoon of minced garlic, and I'm going to let this brown a bit in my Dutch oven, which that's what I really love about Dutch ovens is you can just cook everything in one pot almost. So browning up that onion, I'm going to add in now some fajita seasoning, and this gives it so much flavor and it's just perfect in soups. So I'm going to add in my fire roasted diced tomatoes. This is just an awesome Tex-Mex flavor with the fire roasted. So good. So I'm going to add in some corn. I will drain the corn. Some black beans. I will wash and drain my black beans. And this is just another really awesome kind of a Mexican style blend soup, and it's just really filling, full of fiber and just really awesome flavors. So this one is definitely one of my favorites. Using my Better Than Bouillon again and making the chicken broth with that. So I always keep that Better Than Bouillon in my refrigerator for all of my soups and recipes so I never run out of chicken broth. So super easy to make. So give this all a nice stir and put the lid on. I'm going to let this cook for about half an hour. Super quick. It's one thing I really love about soups is how quick they are. So lifting the lid off of this one, and I'm going to add in, I'm going to make this a creamy chicken tortilla soup. So I'm going to be adding in some heavy whipping cream. So I have 2 cups of heavy whipping cream that I'm going to add in. And then I have let my chicken cool a little bit and I diced it up and I'm going to add in that chicken. So you can use any kind of cooked chicken you like. Rotisserie chicken works really great in this, but you don't have to add the chicken until the end, which is nice because it's already cooked and ready to go. So just give this a little stir. This is awesome. It's so filling with rich flavors with the creaminess. So this one is always a huge hit for sure. So I just love soups this time of year. When it gets cooler, it is just so perfect. So I'm going to do cauliflower soup. I'm going to do this in my crock pot. So I have my heavy whipping cream. I have shredded cheddar cheese, bacon. I get this fully cooked, thick cut bacon. I have grated Parmesan, my Better Than Bouillon chicken broth, and onion. So this is going to be a really awesome loaded cauliflower soup, and it is so filling. I love this soup. I make it all the time because I just love anything with bacon and cheese is definitely one of my favorites. So I have diced up the cauliflower into some smaller pieces. I'm adding in 2 cups of shredded cheddar cheese. You can shred your own if you'd like, either way, or buy it already pre-shredded. I have my Better Than Bouillon that I will add in. I have 2 cups of that, and then I'm going to add in 1 cup of heavy whipping cream. I have my grated Parmesan, and you can use fresh Parmesan as well. I get this because my kids love it on their spaghetti. So half of a diced onion, and I have all this bacon now. I'm going to just cut it up with my kitchen scissors. So you want to make sure you're using cooked bacon in this, not raw bacon. So always cook your bacon first if you're going to add it into soups. So dice that up, give it a little stir, and then this is ready to cook in the crock pot. So I do either on low for 8 hours or high for 4 hours, whichever you have time for. I do like to try and stir my crock pot dishes every so often if I can, but you can just set it and go, which is so wonderful about crock pots. So this has been cooking all day. It smells amazing. So now I'm going to mash it up a little bit with my masher. This is just my ground beef masher, but you can use any kind of mash you like, or even an immersion blender if you want to make it super smooth. But you could just keep mashing until you're at your desired consistency, which is awesome. So I'm going to be doing another, it's kind of a chicken chili version, and this is going to be with, I like to put a packet of ranch seasoning in this, and it gives it so much awesome flavor. But I have my 2 chicken breasts, I have my Great Northern beans, I have my diced tomatoes, and I have my other ingredients, kidney beans, corn, whatnot. I'm going to add all this into my crock pot, which is so easy. I love dump and go meals, so this one is awesome, and it is so filling. All chilies are so filling. So it's not quite 100% a soup, but I kind of feel like chilies and soups are in the same category for me. So I'm adding in my drained corn and all my other drained beans, and I have 1 can of regular chili just to give it that really chili flavoring. You can use a packet of chili seasoning mix also if you'd like, but I have now a packet of ranch dressing and ranch dressing seasoning mix, so I will add that in, and that really, I think, makes this dish just so awesome. So I'm going to add in my chicken broth, just 1 cup of chicken broth, and I'm going to let this cook in my crock pot. You can do high for 4 hours or low for 8 hours, and then this just makes this chicken so perfect and just shreds into the crock pot and just makes a really good chicken chili. So I love chicken chilies. I don't do as many beef chilies as chicken chilies because I just am a huge chicken fan, but you can definitely substitute out some beef for this if you'd like. So I have this soup mix, and this was, my mom got it for me, and it is so good. You can get these on Amazon, but this one is just amazing. So I'm doing it in my Dutch oven, of course. So I have my chicken broth that I'm going to add in. This is so easy. So I have 8 cups of chicken broth, and I'm just mixing it, my better than bouillon, just with regular water. So I have some cooked chicken, 2 chicken breasts that I will just dice up into small pieces. We always have lots of grilled chicken on hand at our house. We just love it. We have it first on sandwiches, on salads, even just snacks. My kids take it to school, so we always have a lot of grilled chicken in our house. So just dicing it up and getting it ready, it will go into the soup. So you can use any kind of chicken you like. Rotisserie chicken is so great in soups, but any kind of cooked chicken. So my broth has come to a boil, and I'm just pouring in the packet. This is really easy, and these soups, this brand makes the most amazing soups, all kinds of different ones, but this chicken and rice one is just really good. So just adding in my chicken, I'm gonna let this cook for about 20 minutes, and then it is ready to go. I love that soups make a big batch. I can have it for lunch, the leftovers, and you can even freeze soup really easily. I like to freeze it in mason jars, and then you can just pull it out when you need some soup. So I love all of these recipes. I hope that you enjoyed them. If you're new to my channel, make sure you click subscribe. Lots of recipes for you and more to come, of course. So leave me a question if you have any comments. Hope that you're having a really great September, Souptember. I am so happy to be making more soups to share with you guys. So thanks for being here, and I will see you all in my next video.